I'm back with another video. Today what I'll be talking about is a story time about how me and my best friend got written up for going to the restroom. So it all started in senior year, right? So it was like our senior year, and we're just trying to graduate. All of us were getting our credits, we're literally just trying to survive at this point. We're just trying to leave, escape the senior year. You know how senior year is? It's like college applications, all that. So everything was just like, you have to make sure everything's like in line. So we had this class together, me and my best friend. It was like medical stuff, medical class. I forgot what it was called.
I don't remember.
It was a class. So like the teacher didn't really like us, like she just didn't like us. I really don't know why, but she didn't like us. So we would always like talk in that class when we had group projects. Rather it was together, or rather we were like doing it separate with other, group members. We're always like talking and laughing, and it would really like irritate her. So there's this one time where I think it was like third block, because for us we had first block, second block, third block, fourth block, and fifth block. I know in some schools they call it periods, like first period, second period. Ours was called blocks, which I really don't know why. It's kind of dumb, but yeah, ours was called blocks, right? So I think it was we came from lunch. It was third block, so it was like halfway through the day, right? So we had third block, fourth, and fifth. So we're in third block. We came
from lunch.
And a sub was there, which that never happens. Like, it's rare when there's a sub. So there's a sub there, and then all of a sudden, the class ends, or whatever. We do our whole work, whatever we have to do, yada yada yada, and then so we really had to go to the restroom. Like, me and my best friend were like kind of like in front of the line, like we were waiting for the bell, but we just couldn't hold it. Like, we could not hold it, and when you can't hold it, you just can't hold it. Like, I don't know. So we couldn't hold it, and then we're in front of the line. So then I looked at my best friend. I'm like, I really have to go. She's like, I really have to go, so let's just go. And the sub, well, she wasn't letting us go for some reason. She just wasn't. So we're like, let's just go. So we went to the restroom. I think it was there like only 2 minutes until the bell rang. So we go to the restroom, we go, because our class was like far, like you had to walk far away, like really far, for you to like get to our next class. So during like the passing period, we were just talking to each other, So then we were just laughing or whatever. We went to our next class, whatever. Everything's great, like we're having a good time, the day is normal. The next day was normal. I think we had first, second block, and then we met in third block because we had each other. And then the teacher, she's like, I need to talk to you guys in private. And we're like I'm just looking at my best friend like what'd you do? Like, what do you think we did? Like, I don't understand why she's calling us to the desk. And she's like, let me talk to you in private. Mind y'all, this was not in private. Like, everyone was there sitting down seeing us. Like, we literally got up, and she's like, can you explain this? And she like shows us this paper, and we're like, what is that? Like, we're so confused. We're looking at each other like, do you know? She's looking at me like, do you know? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, no, I don't know why we're being called up to the freaking desk. Like, I don't understand. Like, so she's like, you want to explain to us what this is? And she showed us like a referral paper, basically like a written up paper where they like write down your name if you did something bad. And we're like, what is that? And she's like, this is because you guys didn't ask the substitute teacher. She said we didn't ask, but we just couldn't hold it. So she was like, you didn't, this is the paper where it says you didn't ask to go to the restroom, you guys just left. And we're like, what? Like, she was so pissed off that me and my best friend were like, really? Like, there's people dying and you're over here like worried about that? Like, we tried so hard not to laugh. It was just like, there's people that have diseases and people are dying, and you're worried about us not asking to go to the bathroom, the restroom, when we really had to. What? So then she was like, yeah. She's like, I'm giving you a level 1, and you should be, she was like, you should be glad that I'm giving you a level 1 and not a level 5 or a 6, or you guys would have been disciplined more. And we're like, okay. So she was like writing all this down. Mind y'all, we're still looking at each other like, you're really gonna write us up for going to the restroom? Like, we really had to, go. So after that, whatever, which she said this conversation was private, which was not private. Like, everyone was looking at us, and we're just like we didn't know what to say. We're just like, and everyone's like looking at us, like the whole classroom was like, and like, mind y'all, like, we're really, like, we're not bad kids or anything. Like, we don't do, like, we don't get written up that easily or go to detention. So we go back to the desk. We start talking to each other. I'm like, did we just get written up? Like, I'm still in shock. Did we just get written up for going to the restroom? She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, dude, we did. And I was like, wow, like, that's crazy. So then, like, our group of friends were like around, and they're like, man, she shouldn't have done that since you guys really need to go to the restroom. And we're like, yeah, like, she shouldn't have done that. And then so that whole day, what's it called? That whole day passed or whatever. And then the next day, like, you can tell she was just like looking at us funny. We're just like, you good? But yeah, that was the time where me and my best friend got written up, and I just thought it was hilarious to share, because y'all, how many of us like get written up for the dumbest things ever? Literally, like, if you go back, I don't know if they put in my record or whatever, I'm pretty sure they did, it would say got written up for going to the restroom. Like, I told like my close friends about it that didn't go to my high school, and they're like, dude, that's dumb, like, why would she do that? And I was like, thank you. Like, I was like, why would she? We just needed to go to the restroom. It was just too funny. But yeah, me and my best friend, we always like laugh about that time. Like, we had good times.
She really
but then
was.
We also had bad times. Like, that was one of the bad times that we did not understand why we're getting called to go to the desk. Like we did nothing, and the sub was being a butt. Like, she just didn't like us, and I just don't know why she didn't like us. But yeah, y'all, like, in my opinion, if you have to go to the restroom, you have to go. Like, it's not like you can just be like, I'm gonna hold, because then you can get an infection. Are they gonna pay your medical bills? I don't think so. Like, so what I would say is, if you have to go, you have to go. And if the teacher's not understanding, girl, I gotta go. I gotta get up, and I gotta go to the restroom. And if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, but I just have to go. Some of us just have to go, especially like some of us that are diagnosed with like medical problems, and like, for people to not understand that, I'm just like, how do you not let someone go when you know their condition? But anyway, y'all, I just want to tell you my story. And again, in my opinion, if you need to go, just go. Like, don't ask anyone. Just go to the restroom, because you don't want to have infections just because of the teacher. But yeah, just wanted to explain that story. I thought it was very a good story time to tell, especially because we're living in hard times right now, and I just think that if you have to go, you have to go. But anyway, y'all, on to the next video, and peace.